Hey folks, Jason Lipoff here. Just left our Super Sunday, actually came home, heading back to pick up Brooke. I think the dog out, she's sitting on my lap. Wanted to talk about something extremely ridiculously important if you're a coach, new coach, old coach, anything. And it has to do with what you have on your dream board and what the most important thing that you need to have. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to really produce 10x results. A lot of you guys are in the employee mentality that you're given a set of instructions, a task to do every day, and if you do your job, you may get recognized, you may get merits, promoted, and once in a while, if you go above and beyond, you'll get, you'll get recognized for that. But for the most part, you're told to do 100% as best as you can, and if you don't, you're reprimanded. When you start your own business, no one reprimands you except for the bank and your bank account, and your success isn't as instant as it is when you're an employee because you're not given a paycheck. You have to create your own. So you have to create your own playbook. You do research on the playbooks that have worked, but you need to create your own. If someone gives you instructions and steps and you follow them step by step, I do not recommend that, because if it doesn't work, then you'll think the process doesn't work, and that's not true. The best coaches in the world, the top 10 coaches, the ones that are really successful, they don't teach. They show people the way so that they can make it their own. That's a huge difference. Now, let me tell you the number one thing that you need to be focusing on is freedom. And it's not paying off your bills. That is something, but that is not enough to 10x yourself through people that are going to think that this is BS. For some people, this may be easier or harder than others. For going through, maybe stressful times with your spouse because you're putting in all these extra hours, or, not getting the results that you wanted, more people saying no than you thought, not onboarding people. I mean, all these things, you're going to remember all the things that go wrong. What's going to push you ahead? Oh, the fact that you want to get all your bills paid off? Well, all your friends are employees and working, and they all plan on paying off their bills, and they're working 40 hours a week. Now, you want freedom, and you need, maybe you don't, but you need to be picturing what would it be like for you to be able to travel around the world with your family, to not have the stress. I mean, I know growing up what it was like to grow up upper middle class and lose it all, and have my parents have to dodge, back in the days of answering machines, and to dodge creditors and to just not answer because you didn't want to actually, you didn't want to hold yourself responsible. If you didn't answer the phone, then it wasn't really happening. But sooner or later, it's going to catch up to you, right? I know what that feels like, to feel totally helpless. And all it takes is one emergency, one bad step or whatever, and your 40-hour week getting fired or whatever, and even with a 401k and everything, and you could be up SHIT's creek. We see it happening every day. I see parents and grandparents that have no retirements. I need you to be writing down what freedom feels like to you, because that is what is going to drive you to say, I don't give an F-U-C-K. I am doing this as hard, as fast. I'm not doing this 2 times. I am doing this 10 times, 100 times. Non-negotiable. I'm making it happen. That is the belief that you need. People think that it's their transformation that gives them success. No. The transformation, all that does is bring some initial attention and some very thin credibility. But that goes away if you recommend something, and because you don't know how to coach them, or because they have their own self-limiting beliefs, they don't get the results that they want, and you can control what happens to them, and then there goes your credibility. Your credibility comes from who you become and your belief consistently over and over and over again, and not wavering when people give you objections, when people tell you they're not ready, and blah, 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 blah. That's what personal development is. The first leg of personal development is those set of books that tell you that you are strong enough and you are worth it. But from there, all it is action. Myself, bro, all these, we're not good coaches because we have a secret training. We are good coaches because when people are like, yeah, that person's my sponsor, when they look at our Facebook page, when they look at who we are consistently delivering our message, and our passion and our conviction gets stronger every single day. That's who I want sponsoring me. Not because somebody can schedule a post every 5 a.m. None of us became successful because we did a Coach Basics. We became successful because we formed the belief by just taking action and by really picturing what it's like to create your own freedom, your own time, even before we had kids. And now we've got a kid on the way. So now we're really starting to understand what it's like to be able to create our own life. You have to ask yourself, are you strong enough to go past the limits that your mind has created based on what everybody else thinks and your past? But you can go past your limits. I can't do it for you. No coach can do it for you. And you're not going to know. All you've got to do is you've got to build belief in yourself, build belief in the products and services that you represent. You got to do that. Otherwise, everything it goes to crap. But then from there, it's like, even from day one, like, people will want to join you just from the belief of why you're doing it. That's how I had coaches join me well before I had a transformation story. Because I had ridiculous belief. So I don't care whether you got to do affirmations, whether you got to do incantations every day. The person that you've always been has gotten you where you need to go. Then you need to make a change. And don't accept the timeline that everybody else places that, it's going to take 15 days, 30 days, and change is slow. Point A to point B, anybody that said that, I just need something to go from point A to point B, just something, that's a freaking excuse because you can't afford to have a rock solid car that can get you from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Let me tell you something. Anybody that says that money is evil never had any. The amount of money that Brooke and I are making because we're helping people, it is allowing us to give more to charity, more to give back. The amount that we plan on giving to charity every year and to give back to our coaches and to help people start to get the freedom in their lives is ridiculous. So that's why I bought the Corvette, because every time I get in that car, that says to me, I worked hard. That's what it represents. It represents point A to B as fast as I can. I don't give a crap about what everybody else thinks. They're impressed by my car. Nice car, nice car. It's very nice. But you know why I have a freaking nice car? Because I deserve it and I worked hard. And you deserve it too. You got to go 10x on your life. You all can do it. Like right now, like before the end of this, just go make a bunch of calls. Get some people with you. Start selling some products to help people, change their life. Even if they just take a shake, guess what? It's a lot healthier than they were yesterday. You know it and I know it. Get angry with yourself. Do you know what it's like to wake up and be like, wow, 200, 300,000, 400,000. I remember years ago when all that hard work started paying off, and I'm like, I got 7 figures saved up because I've been working my butt off. Helping. So even when, I got fired in September because my philosophies, which I still think is the way to practice pediatric dentistry, it didn't go in line with the corporation that I was with. So I was let go. Guess what? We're fine because we're different streams of helping people. So I hope this motivated you. I hope this inspired you. Get angry. Let's do this.